Hey everybody, this is Joe Gilder from HomeStudioCorner.com. We're continuing our conversation on getting it right at the source. And if you've been following this series from the beginning, then now we're going to move into microphone placement for a couple of videos. So in this first video, I want to address the single biggest mistake that people make when setting up microphones in their studio. So recording's awesome, right? We love it. We got into it to create and make music. And you go and you love to look at pictures of recording setups and recording studios, and if there's a recording scene in a movie, you're really paying attention really closely because it's awesome. But one thing you'll notice, especially in these recording magazines and the advertisements specifically, that you'll see in there, is something that's not going to help you with recording. For example, you'll see an ad for a microphone, a beautiful vocal mic, and it's sitting right here, and the singer is just belting away and giving this awesome performance, and their mouth is literally an inch or two from the mic. Or you see an ad for a small diaphragm condenser, and it talks about how great it is on acoustic guitar. And then here's the guitar, and they've got the mic right up next to the guitar. Okay? And so you think, oh, subconsciously even, you think, that's the way you must record. You get it as close as possible so you capture just the sound and nothing else. And that makes sense. I mean, that's fair logic. And that's the way I recorded for years when I was first starting recording. And I couldn't understand why my recordings didn't sound as good as I wanted them to. Well, the reason is proximity effect. Okay? If you've never heard that phrase before, let me show you. Proximity effect is when you take a directional microphone, so a cardioid mic, and that picks it up in one direction, and the closer you get that microphone to the source, the greater the bass response that signal's going to have. So if you've ever been using a microphone for singing or speaking, you notice that if you get really close to the mic, you can kind of start to sound a little like Darth Vader because there's that added bump in the bass response. Well, think about it. If that's the case, then if you put a microphone this close to an acoustic guitar, it has no choice but to sound super boomy and super muddy. There's just no other option. And so you record it there and you listen back in your headphones while you're recording and you think, yeah, this is big and thick and awesome. And then you go back to mix later and you realize, oh crap, this is just boomy. It's just got a ton of unnecessary low end to it. And then what do? You take your EQ and you start carving out all this low end and you start doing these crazy EQ ninja moves to try to get it to sound like a normal acoustic guitar instead of this bass heavy beast. And it just doesn't work as well. So the solution, let me show you, pay attention. I'm going to show you visually what the solution is. Here's the guitar, here's the mic. You ready? Just back the mic away. Now you may think, oh Joe, that's almost a foot away. That's far too far to be usable. Have you tried it? That's what I said too. I said that's too far away. It's going to pick up too much room noise. The guitar's going to sound distant. It's not going to sound present and up front. I was absolutely wrong. From this far away, the acoustic guitar still sounds in your face and close, and all the awesome stuff you were getting from this far away, minus the boom. It's the same thing with vocals. It's the same thing with almost any instrument. Now, an exception to that would be maybe a guitar cabinet. We've kind of gotten used to that sound of the mic being right up on the cabinet. But for acoustic instruments and vocals and things like that, you gotta play around with mic placement and just get that distance away. You don't have to do it by default. As always, listen. But compare this recording to this recording and make sure the levels are balanced. And I promise you, every time you're gonna say this one sounds better and more natural. So next time you're in the studio, next time you're recording, I want you to hear my voice in your ears saying, back up from the mic. Just try it. And come back here and let me know how it worked, because I can guarantee you're going to like it a lot better.